In this video, I'm going to talk about Keyword Researcher Pro, which is an excellent keyword research tool. In another video, I talked about how you could spy on your competitors' keywords using SEMrush, which is also a nice place to start with and build an initial seed of keywords like we have over here. But Keyword Researcher Pro is the ultimate sort of keyword research tool because it allows you to really drill down and find those long tail keywords and uses all sorts of techniques and algorithms for scraping. And it ultimately is also an article sort of planner tool. It allows you to group your keywords and then organize them in a manner to target to appear in particular specific articles. And it's really also a content planner tool and not just a keyword sort of research tool. But we'll talk about the content planning in another video. I just want to run through quickly the basic functionalities of Keyword Researcher Pro. When you buy the tool, you also get some training videos, which I would really highly recommend because the author does go into a lot of details on the software. And I'm just going to be, in this video, I'm just going to be covering the sort of basics for to help you get started and understand what this tool can do. Before I start, I also want to tell you that keyword research is a very, very vital and critical part of your SEO, and it is very tedious. I would advise you not to just run through it very fast, but to plan things out carefully. You need to know what keywords you want to target and what kind of competition each of those keywords or keyword groups have. So when you write the article and you're trying to rank that article, you're not wasting your time and you're not wasting your energy or your dollars if you spent money to get the articles written from somewhere else. The whole exercise of finding the right keywords to target in articles basically involves a few steps. Initially, you need to gather all the keywords, which is your initial brainstorm method, and you can use different tools to do that. It's sort of, gather as many keywords as you can from all the different sources. Don't worry about grouping them at this stage, just get what you can. Then you analyze each of these keywords using this tool, and you remove the junk keywords by marking them in red, as I showed you before. After you remove the junk keywords, you search only for the good keywords using the filters again that I talked about. And once you do that, the next step, you need to organize the good keywords in article groups, which means you need to target a whole bunch of keywords for each article that you plan to write. And then in the next phase, you go ahead and actually write the article, and you check whether the keyword appears in the title, the slug, the description, as well as the body tag. You go ahead and do that, and you see which keywords in each of the groups you want to appear, how many times, and in what sections of the article. And once the article is written, you hit the publish button. And I also want to tell you that Keyword Researcher Pro does have a publish sort of WordPress export feature where you can take all the articles that you've written within this tool and do a one-click export and import them into WordPress. So you don't need to do any cut and paste and anything like that. It allows you to publish quickly and directly to WordPress. There are other keyword research tools out there like Market Samurai, Longtail Platinum, and Longtail Pro, and of course some nice web tools like keywordshitter.com. Yeah, that's a funny name, but it's a great tool also. And you have ubersuggest.org, which is also a nice tool. But if you can, those two are free, but if you have a little bit of money, I would definitely invest in Keyword Researcher Pro because it just does everything. It's like a ninja tool, and it does everything in keyword research. And you can use it in conjunction with, of course, the Google Keyword Planner tool. Sorry, you have to use it in conjunction with the Google Planner tool. I'll tell you why in a moment. Because you need to get keyword search volumes, which the tool doesn't inherently sort of import that, because I guess it doesn't sort of have your Google access settings inbuilt into it. So I'm not sure why he did that, but probably because it didn't want to sort of get flagged in any way. So if you want to get that data, you'll have to, the monthly search volume data, you'll have to go into your Google Keyword Planner tool section of your Google AdWords account and sort of get that data. And I'll show you how to export and import that in the tool in a minute. But if you don't want to go through that tedious process and you have some money, you can get Longtail Platinum, which will do that for you in one click. So that is an option, and I will talk about that option later. Okay, so let's get started with our project now. This is Keyword Researcher Pro, and I click on Start. Right here in the main keyword, we see a wildcard search. This is nothing but entering some suggested keywords and putting a star, and then it just like pulls out everything related to that. And then you have a seed keyword search where you put in your initial keywords and it'll try and find some keywords related to the built from those, and the related keyword search, which is slightly different, but it pulls out a whole bunch of related keywords when you punch those in over here. And you can import your CSV files directly from Keyword Planner if you were going down that path. I'll talk about that later. I just want to basically talk about all the different methods so that you can decide what works for you best based on your situation, whether you have reverse engineered the competitors' keywords, or whether you're just starting out from scratch, you're building your keyword tools, or you're sort of importing files from the Google Keyword Planner, and you let that do the initial research for you. So these are different methods. Okay, so let's start with the star method over here, just to give you an example. So going back to our example of pole dancing classes in in the pole dance niche, let's take a keyword which you want to star for. So I would say pole dancing. Let's start with pole dancing, which is the most obvious one. So you knock these out, and these are just examples, of course. So just want to show you how this works. And then you do pole dancing star, or we can do star pole dancing. Let's see what it spits out. Okay, here we go. So what it's doing is it's just running through Google search with a variable letter and seeing what the Google suggests. The stuff that drops down when you type in a search command, what it brings out. It's a good place to start, but it's going to really give you a lot of keywords. And we're doing this because we want to go into long tails and hidden keywords and special keywords and do a lot of brainstorming, and then later on organize our keywords into groups or remove keywords that we don't want, which this keyword tool can do, and ultimately put them into groups that are assigned to articles. That's what the plan is. Okay, so here we find pulling out like almost like 400 keywords. That's a lot. So I'm just going to pause it for a bit, and then as you can see, it's pulled out a whole bunch of stuff, and a lot of keywords that I wouldn't even sort of dream of and which is what makes it really powerful. But at the same time, it is a little overwhelming because there are a lot of keywords. But some of these you can do your monthly search volume check with that, and I'll come to that in a bit, and then you can decide which ones you want and group them. We'll get to that. Okay, so let's do seed keyword search, where let's firstly delete all these, because I'm going to start a new sort of batch, a new method. You won't have to delete it when you ultimately do the project yourself, but you can just build upon list upon list. Okay, so let's do, since we're doing related keywords, let's just pull this whole bunch out and let's see what it can find, if it finds anything for us. So that wasn't the best way to do it for that. Probably didn't work because the related keywords, I guess, need to be less broad keywords, and See, just found to, okay. Just found sort of related keywords would be like it would extend upon that keyword. Sort of related, seed keyword search. We're doing a seed keyword search. We put in the seed keywords, and I'm guessing it sort of pulls out words at the end and adds them at the end and searches that way. Whereas the related keyword search is a little more powerful. It goes a little more deep, other than just using those words. I mean phrases with those words. So just play here. Okay, there we go. So it's pulling out everything that's related. I found that really good. So you can really extend upon your seed keywords from using this tool. Yes, it found about 72 related keywords, which is good. It's a good place to start. So if you have groups and you want to extend each of these groups, then that's a place to go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head over to our Excel file and take it into AdWords, the keyword planner, and you can find inside Google AdWords, when you log in, you go to tools and choose the keyword planner to come on this page. What I want is okay, I'll do that later, but yeah, what I need is I need keywords. Google AdWords, or the sort of suggests, the Google keyword planner tool suggests. So I just want to brainstorm and build a list over here and see what I can pull here and use them as seed keywords. Of course, this is not an essential step, but if I just want to see what this tool gives me compared to Keyword Researcher Pro, and then like sort of feed in as many seed keywords as I can, so my keyword research is done at its best, I could use this free keyword planning tool by Google. So here we go. So it's spattered a whole bunch of keywords here, and all I need to do is download the file as an Excel CSV. I'm gonna save that for a second here. Then I'm gonna open it in Excel, and what I need to do is I need to delete some columns here, because otherwise I won't be able to import this, and I need to import this list into Keyword Researcher Pro, and I can't do that without deleting some columns. So just need to make sure you delete these. So even the competition one, I just want the keyword, the average monthly searches, and the suggested bid to remain. Excuse me. So everything else goes out, and just a second. I need to rename this because otherwise it won't recognize it. Just need to rename it to average monthly searches. Okay, there we go. Now I will save this document. Okay, sorry, I will export it. So I'm going to go back and do file, save as, sorry, or export it. I'm sorry, I need to save it as, so I can do file, save as, and choose the Excel workbook format, which that won't work, I'm sorry again. So you need to put it in XLS format, otherwise Keyword Researcher Pro does not recognize any of the other formats. So we just call it pole dancing from AdWords or Google Keyword Planner tool. So I'm just going to call it AdWords. So now save it there, and what I need to do is now I have it stored, and that has my monthly search volume data, which Keyword Researcher Pro does not have. So that's important. And if I want so I've scraped the keyword planner. I've used their suggestion of keywords. I can import those separately. What I also want to show you is that once you have your you carry out your brainstorming by using various combinations, you can export this entire list or copy it to clipboard, and then go back to your planner and simply import the list which will give you your monthly search volume data and the competition level. So I go back to Keyword Planner. I've copied my brainstorm list into the my clipboard, and here then I just click this one, okay, and get search volume. Okay, so now I've just got the search volume for all these keywords over here, and I need to import them into this section of the page, which I'll do in a bit. Which I'll do for you in a bit. Yeah. Before I show you how to import and export the XLS from the data, the volume data, I want to talk about some of the wildcard searches that you can use. You can use things like basically the who, what, when, where, why method, which is who star pole dancing. Yeah. Then what star pole dancing. So what is pole dancing? What, things like that. When star pole dancing. Where star pole dancing. And why star pole. This may not be the perfect niche for these type of information queries, but definitely when you have other sort of keywords, it will work, and you'll have to see accordingly. And here we go. So it's finding stuff. So who is the UK pole dancing champion? So who invented pole dancing? Yeah. So these are good ideas. These are good ideas for articles. These are excellent ideas. These keywords are going to help you build your authority site and build content. And once we have the actual search volumes for all these keywords that it's spitting out, that will allow you to decide on what keywords you want to target at what stage based on the monthly search volume and the competition, which is what this tool will give you. Okay, so there we can see a whole bunch of stuff coming up, which is really good, and it's still on the second one. So I'm just going to pause on this for a bit, and yeah, so you can let that run, but I'm going to go back, and you can also use a query like this: pole dancing for fitness, pole dancing for exercise, stuff of pole dancing. Yeah, that's a good query. And if you want to go local, then you can go Las Vegas pole dancing stuff. So Las Vegas pole dancing classes, fitness programs, etc., etc. And run that. Here we go. So as you can see, it's really finding a lot of keywords with that one right there. Okay, so that's next. I'm going to show you. You use the word top, best, then buy, and top 10. So you go top pole dancing star, best pole dancing star, buy pole dancing star, and then top 10 pole dancing star. Yeah, so that's also going to give you a lot of excellent keywords that you could sort of target. Here we go. Some interesting keywords, and it allows you to really drill down in the niche and understand what's going on and what kind of searches are happening and what people are really looking for. Okay, so as you can see, it picked up quite a few keywords based on what I input over there, and these are the different methods that I use to brainstorm and gather the master list of keywords, which you will then sort of hack into and sort. So let's move to the next stage, and in that stage I'll talk about how to import. So we need to import, for example, all these keywords that we take and export them into Google Keyword Planner, get the search volume data back from here, download the file, open it in Excel, and convert the file into just having three sort of columns: keywords, the average monthly searches. You need to rename this column, otherwise Keyword Researcher Pro won't understand it, and the suggested bid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to import that the file now, which has all the data, assuming we finish this stage of the initial brainstorming or just hashing out as many keywords as we could. Here we go. So we go to Excel. We have a file right here, and we import it. Okay, there we go. So it's imported. As you can see, this is really nice. So it's got some nice data over here, the monthly search volume data, and also suggested bid. And this is the article and keyword tags, which I'll talk about later. And you can actually see more details on this software once you download it. He's got some good help files, and I would really suggest you look at those files, because he really goes into the entire all the features of the software, which is very extensive, and I won't be able to cover each and every feature here. So now the keywords are sorted, and as you can see, against all of them in this column there's a gray box checked, and that means you haven't decided whether you want to use that keyword or not. It's a neutral keyword. What we are going to do over here is we're going to select keywords, or we're going to mark them as negative, in the sense we don't want them for our SEO. So salsa, as you can see, is out, so I mark it as red, and what it does is it flags it red, and when we just sort of list the white keywords, it won't show it. So I'll do a few over here. So belly dance is also red, all these are red, and I could actually mark keywords themselves to be red by keeping the Alt keyword pressed and just clicking on something like belly, so that goes into the negative keyword search. And every keyword over here, it'll show you a summary here. Every keyword that we had in our list which has the word belly gets marked as a negative keyword, and if I click this, I can see all the negative keywords here. Go back to the ones, because I'm still working on them, and white would be all I haven't really selected any keywords yet. So let's go back and let's actually look at some pole dancers. Would be white, pole dance would be white. The misspelling, I'm just randomly picking some to show you how this works, and these are all my white. And if I found again salsa and I want it out, I just keep the Alt button pressed and click on salsa, and it goes into a negative keyword list, and all these get flagged off as negative. All the salsas disappear from the pole dance classes online. Positive. Okay, and then we select this, and it shows us all these are the keywords I've selected. We've got the monthly search volume data, which is brilliant, and now we can decide on what keywords we're going to use for what articles. So I talked about negative keywords, and then we have the content section, which I'm not going to go into too much detail in this, because when you buy the software, he really explains it well, and I would urge you to watch those videos. But what we can do essentially is we can define categories. So we can rename a category as pole dance classes. Okay, so that's all the articles that are related to pole dance classes will come over here in this particular category, and we can have multiple articles written on that. And we could have, of course, a new category by clicking this, and we can call it pole dance shoes, in case we want to sell shoes, and then we write all the articles on pole dance shoes over there. Yeah, so I'm going to show you an example over here. We rename the pole dance classes online. assuming that will be the title of the article. Once you have the article title written out, you need to assign keywords to this article, so you can essentially track which keywords have been used in the article in what part, either in the title, the slug, the description, or the actual body. I'll show you that in a bit. All you do is drag each of the keywords you want to use in the article. So for now I've just dragged a few of them, and as you drag them you'll see they appear here. So these keywords have been assigned to this article, and then I write, okay, so here's the title. So against each keyword it's going to tell me whether I've used it or not. I just need to double click on the article title, and it'll show me all the keywords that I've added to this specific article. So I add this, it's just going to add it. Okay, sorry, I need to drag it into the article name. There we go. And it's going to tell you whether this particular keyword appears in the title, the slug, or the content. And when it's green, it shows that it's appeared in the title and in the slug. So pole dance classes appears over here, and it appears in the slug, but it doesn't appear in the body, the C tag, which is why that's gray. And then orange means it's a partial sort of appearance. So if I add pole dance, immediately you can see it's turned orange because it's not a full match. So pole dance is turned orange, and sorry, that's a misspelled one. So that's orange because it's misspelled. If I do it that way, it shows yes, but I don't want that. In fact, because it's a misspelling, I may not really want that, and I can sort of delete it later on. Maybe away. Here we go. Yes. Okay, so pole dance classes is showing orange in the title, the slug, and the keyword. Again, that's a misspelling, so that's okay. I really don't want misspellings in my final grouping, but I could target them. So if you are targeting misspellings, you can keep them, but if you're not, you can just remove them. For now, I'm going to remove them. And pole dance classes appears in the title right here, the slug right here, and in the content it appears partially, so it's in orange. So if you type it, turns green, so it appears everywhere. So pole dance classes are the best thing in town for fit women, or those who get fit. And then pole dancers. So let's see how this changes. Pole dancers get paid a lot. There we go. So that's come in the content. Okay, Keyword Researcher Pro also has a very nifty feature which allows you to sort of select and view specific keywords based on some Boolean logic and filters that you can add to the top of it. So if I just wanted all the keywords to filter and quickly see all the keywords that had the word pole dance, and I just type that at the top and I hit the enter button, and there we see the filter. It filters all the keywords that only have pole dance, and that allows you to quickly, just target and add those keywords to your target article really fast. Instead of it allows you to drill down and do stuff in large volumes. It also allows me to do certain search, certain operatives like greater than 1,000, like only the keywords that have more than 1,000 search volume. Okay, so that's what's happened right there. And I can also add a boolean such as and. So I want all the pole dance keywords and which also have the word how in them, the phrase. So pole dance and how. And there we go. Filters that, and I can add an additional filter if I want it over here. So this is also a really powerful feature of the tool. And so it turns green. So that's that's very briefly how Keyword Researcher works and what you can use it for. I would suggest everyone get this tool if you want to do SEO seriously, whether it's black hat or white hat. It's really an incredible tool, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.